And today we're standing by what is known as the Gloede Drain. And this drain runs here right behind Partridge Creek Mall, and it goes in to Partridge Creek. There is a Partridge Creek that runs along Romeo Plank. This particular project is about 1 mile long, about 52 acres of land, and it's $2.3 million. And we are using this money very, very well. And I know the federal government, when they come out to look at accountability, they could hold this particular project up as a role model, I think. Because as we've improved the drain here, we are improving the quality of the water, which of course, not too far from here, goes right into the Clinton River, eventually out into Lake St. Clair. So in addition to that, we're doing a lot of soil stabilization, bank restoration along the banks of the Gloede Drain here. We are doing habitat restoration. You'll be able to see along the drain here where we take a number of a lot of wood, logs. We sort of put them together with cables, steel cables, and then we anchor them along the sides of the banks of the drain here as it goes through, so that you can, again, sort of help with the water flow. But secondarily, you're also providing habitat restoration for our little critter friends here, whether you're a frog or a turtle, what have you. And as the quality of the water is getting much better and you're able to see the flow here, we have a lot of fish that are coming up the drain here now. We're having a lot of spawning that's happening, and right behind me you're also going to be able to see what we're calling, what we call cobbling, where we're sort of putting rock formations very strategically along the bottom of the drain, so that you hear that the bubbling sound, if you will, of the water as it's flowing over there, but it is creating oxygen in the water for the fish. So it really is working out extremely well. When you talk to some of the developers in the area, they're starting to point to this as a reason why people want to be in this area, because of the natural resources that are in the immediacy here, and they should, because this is a beautiful, beautiful area here. And many times I think people think about these drains, these old agricultural drains, which they were back in the day, and you know, they've just become overgrown, or they haven't been maintained and nobody really cares about them. But I think, and I know this is shared by all the gentlemen standing with me here today, we all think that these drains can be, again, a critical component of economic prosperity and also our quality of life here in Macomb County. And we have plans to do a lot of this kind of thing all around Macomb County, and really make these drains into a fantastic thing for people that live in the immediate area here.
And it creates incredible economic opportunities, but one that I think is more important, obviously, is the quality of life, and importantly, talking about what's going on with our freshwater advantage, because all of this ends up in Lake St. Clair. And with that being a concern, well, I'll tell you what, we are making headway. We are actually taking the right steps and doing the right things here in Macomb County. And the leadership that Candace has brought, I know she'd mentioned about talking about what goes on with the underground issues and our infrastructure, is one problem that we're going to continue to try to figure out how do we address that, how do we deal with it. But by gosh, I mean, we have a tremendous opportunity to deal with these natural flowing waterways that are happening in our backyard. So my purpose of partnering with her and working alongside of her with our roads and our trails and our planning department is to be here right now. In fact, her and I were talking before this press conference saying, what more can we do with this property now that we're able to do this? How do we create some kind of a trail system that goes through here and connect it so that people have better access to it and can actually see it and say, you know what, I'm glad I live in and around this area, and I live in a community like Clinton Township.
Well, it's all about team. It's all about partnering. And so all of us partnering together, and all sharing a common vision for this county, and making sure that some of these projects do come to fruition, and having the support of the residents and the citizens here. It's all about team.